Very good morning to our RANsquawk listeners and welcome to the European Rundown for today, Wednesday the 27th of July. Risk-averse tone to the trading session, particularly at the European Open, stemming from comments out of the German finance minister, who was quoted as saying that the government is against giving carte blanche to any secondary purchase of bonds by the EFSF. That did spook investors somewhat and saw the euro soften across the board with a firm bid in Bund futures, which resulted in further widening being led in Italy and Spain on those 10-year bond yield spreads over Bunds, both of which trade around 20 basis points wider at last check. In particular as well, Italy still in focus somewhat on those fears of any potential contagion. We have seen Intesa Sanpaolo briefly halted due to excessive losses. They trade down around 6% at the moment, with the FTSE MIB in Italy, the main stock index, underperforming its European counterparts. Elsewhere, seemingly still a lack of progress from these US debt ceiling talks as we continue to tick closer toward that August 2nd deadline. Continue to hear from various rating agencies the threat of further potential downgrades going forwards if they are unable to come to a compromise. We'll continue to monitor the wires throughout this afternoon for any updates there. And also overnight during the Asian session, worth noting particularly for the Australian economy, their latest CPI reading came out quite a bit higher than expected. We've also seen their treasurer Swan come out and say they would not intervene in the Aussie. And as such, Australian dollar is seen firmly higher across the board, Aussie dollar itself trading up at around record levels. Looking forward then in terms of the rest of the session, highlights from the US will include durable goods. We'll also have US Treasury coming to market after their 2-year note sale yesterday with a 5-year offering later this evening. And in terms of corporate earnings, Boeing will be the key one to keep an eye on pre-market today ahead of the open on Wall Street. That concludes the opening wrap from me here in London. So we'll have another update this afternoon after the cash equity close. But for the time being, have yourself a great trading day.